now you get a chance to talk about a How First land title and why use you guys. I mean, there's other title companies out there. So why would I pick up the phone and call How First?
We are a smaller title company. We're more boutique style title company. The staff is very educated. Anybody in my office can tell you what's going on with the file. We make sure everybody's included in that file.
Okay.
We are not pieces and parts where one person does one thing and not know the other. We're available all hours. I have somebody that will answer the phone after hours, should you have any questions. We do not let anyone go to voicemail. If they do go to voicemail for a minute, we make sure all our calls are followed up. And
so you say if it does go to voicemail, they're going to get up in 5 minutes, 10 minutes? I mean, do you have any sort of
like
within
5 minutes?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to hear back from you quickly, even if I don't get you immediately.
Yes.
It's not going to be next day. This isn't a guaranteed.
And we're here to help people in advance too, even if they're not our clients.
Okay.
We will help them walk through their problem and give them the proper advice, what they need to do, who they should contact, even if we can't help them personally.
Well, I know
we're very educational. We like to educate and make sure our consumers know exactly what's going on.
So if there's any sort of a land deal, property deal, that if somebody's not sure what to do next, they could call you to say, I'm not sure what to do. Can you help or can you?
Absolutely. So we get those calls all the time.
Okay. Wow. No kidding.
We get those calls all the time. So much as, I want to do a deed and transfer my property, or, the bank's calling me for this, they said I have this lien or anything. We will help them. I have first time realtors that aren't familiar with what all the title company does.
And how long? How long you been in the industry?
30 years.
30 years. And I know you've done it kind of all, because didn't you say you were typing and then, you probably obviously experienced every aspect of the business.
Yes. I was back in the day where it was carbon copy typing that you had to know. You weren't just coding. You had to know what everything meant, your easements.
So you were typing, but you weren't just typing. You knew what was going on in there.
Oh, yes.
I mean, because you made it pretty obvious, any little mistake, a spelling error on a name, and you're on the hook. So even back then, you must have learned, you had to have known what you were doing.
Yes.
And how do you, how many folks are?
We have five people in our office.
Yeah. And I know you have other resources if you need them, just for between lawyers in case somebody needs that.
I have an attorney that I deal with. We have a couple attorneys we deal with because they need to prepare our legal documents. Everything that we do is legal documents. So we need to know a lot about the real estate law as well. Very educated in that. All my staff is.
Are there? You all have to know everything, but are there particular strengths among your teammates and team members, and somebody's particularly good with this and somebody's particularly good with that area? And
yes, absolutely. Especially with the research, because there's so much research. So yes, I have a couple girls that are very particular more in the title, because title and escrow is two separate. I'm experienced in both. I have another girl experienced in both. Two of them are very into the title end, and escrow is more fast paced. So it's kind of, you either choose which one you want, more behind the scenes, more on a slower pace, more research, or, where you're getting your phone calls and drop everything and it's just fast paced.
That's kind of, so even the personality of who shines where. So
my staff all shine.
Oh yeah. No, and I think you've made that kind of clear in terms of you need to, because you're in it with whomever you're serving. Pretty much, you really are. You're not just giving your best opinion. It's not even your name that's on the line. It's literally your ass is on the line with them. It really is. And when somebody calls that you're working with, do you say, does everybody pretty much have an idea of who all the clients are working on at one time, or
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. When they're newer, it's like, okay, this person, when they're new, their name, it's small enough that we know exactly what's going on. That's one of my always in my commercials, don't get lost in the shuffle. There's so many companies that you are lost in a shuffle. Yeah. You might not get the phone call. They may not call you. It's like, this person said that. Oh, I can't tell you an answer because I'm waiting for the title department, or I'm waiting for this department, or I'm waiting for that department. I do not run my business that way.
That's very good.
And I think that's what sets us apart. If you want that concierge service, we are holding your hand throughout. So, I mean, no question is unreasonable. We will educate you. There's no need to bill. I mean, I even have realtors that will call me like, hey, I've never had this. Have you? We're able to educate those people.
That's nice. Well, I'm sure the realtors too, then, when they appreciate it, they're throwing folks your way of giving recommendations and all. That's
most of our business comes from realtors.
Does it? Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because the realtors don't really want to. They deal with different title companies, and they don't want that experience. I mean, they're realtors. They're not get paid unless they close on time. Well,
and for is the experience their customer has with you a reflection on the realtor too? I mean,
yes.
That must be a vested interest in the realtor gets people.
We represent. We're the third party.
Okay.
We're the last people, besides getting the keys, we're the last people that the customer sees. Oh. So if there's any complaint, any bad experience throughout, we're the ones who hear about it. If they're not happy with their lender, if they're not happy with their realtor, or they're not happy with any part of the transaction, anybody they specifically had to deal with, usually we know about it at the end. So absolutely. And the realtors are normally the ones that pick us if they don't choose their own title company, because so many people don't know that they even need a title company. So when they go to buy a property, it's like all they know is like, I need a realtor. So the realtor will refer lenders. The realtor will refer title companies. Your realtor, that's where we get a lot of our business, because the realtor wants to know they have a title company that will get it done, will go above and beyond, will know that they can handle any problem what's thrown at them. Closing dates, like this is an estate, or I have like, we have estates where there's, you got 5 siblings and they're all fighting.
Yeah.
So we're able to get that and make sure, like, we will sign them all different, make sure everybody's happy, and,